Hi, welcome to Big Daddy Bakes. I'm Big Daddy, and today we're going to be making Honey Challah. Challah bread is a rich bread that's made with eggs, and it has a wonderful honey taste to it. It's used by Jews for Shabbos, or the Shabbat, and other holidays as well. So, let's get to it. I'll show you how to do it. For this recipe, you will need 4.5 to 5 cups of bread flour, half a cup, which is 1 stick of parve margarine if you're keeping kosher, or 1 stick of butter, 3 eggs, 1 cup of water that is heated to 110 degrees, half a cup of honey, half a cup of sugar, 3 teaspoons of yeast, and half a teaspoon of salt. So to begin to make the dough, we're going to add our water, which is at 110 degrees, to the bowl of the stand mixer. We're also going to add the honey, and I'm going to whisk that together till the honey's dissolved. Alright, then I'm going to add my yeast, and I'm going to whisk that till it's dissolved. And we're going to let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes until that I see the yeast is activated and causes foaming on the top of the liquid. So it's been about 15 minutes and I can see that our yeast is very active. It's bubbling and you can tell it looks really good. So now I'm going to start to add a few more ingredients. I'm going to add 3 cups of the flour, the sugar, the salt, and then I'm going to let that mix for just a little minute. Now I'm going to add in 2 of the eggs. We're going to reserve the last egg, and then I'm going to add in half of the stick of butter, and I'm going to turn that on and let that mix for just a moment. Okay. And I'm going to add another cup of flour and the rest of the butter or margarine. Let that go for a minute. Alright, then I'm going to add another cup of flour. And I'm going to hold back this little bit. It's about half a cup I'm going to hold back. And I'm going to wait and see what the dough looks like. If it needs more, then I'll add it. So I'm going to let that run for just a minute. Okay, I can tell that that's going to be a little sticky, so I'm just going to add in the rest of it. And now I'm just going to let it knead for about 8 minutes or so. Okay, our dough is finished. It's very smooth, very lovely. I'm going to put it into a bowl with a little oil in it, and I'm going to cover the oil. So I'm just going to do this. Going to press it in a little bit, and I'm going to let this rise until it's doubled in volume. That will take about an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, so it has been a little more than an hour and the dough has doubled in bulk. Now when I say double in bulk, I can take a look at this and tell how much it's risen. And what we're looking for is the dough to, so when it was originally at the bottom of the bowl, it has expanded out and up as well. I think sometime soon I'll show it in a straight edge bowl so you get a better look at how it actually does it. So I'm going to take this out. This will make 2 loaves of challah, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to braid them. So I'm going to divide this in half. And we'll come back for that in a minute. And then I'm going to divide this into 3. So roughly 3 equal. I think we need a little more to go with this one. Alright, I'm going to put those together. Now what I'm going to do is roll it out so it's just a long snake. Alright, I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to do this one. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing from the center out, stretching this dough. And it's quite elastic, so you just have to keep working with it. Alright, second one, and now my last one. Alright, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to put them together at the end. Roll this one out a little bit more. And this challah is going to be a 3-braid challah. And the 3-braid is actually really easy. You take this one, put it in the center, that one, pull it over. And that's all there is to it. So that's a 3-braid one. I have a tray that I have some parchment paper on. I'm going to put it just like that. Kind of tuck those ends up under. Alright. Now I'm going to take my other one out. And this one we're going to divide into 5. This is going to be a 5-braid. So I think what I'm going to do is four, and then I'm just going to take a little bit from each one until I get 5. There we go. I'm just going to put this together, and again we're going to roll out snakes. So start at the center, just kind of stretch with your hand as you roll. Alright, so the way this one works is we're going to put all of our snakes on the board. Okay, so how we did this 5-braid, I've arranged it in 3 on one side, 2 on the other. And how you remember is the outside of the 3 goes to the inside. So we're going to put that over. So that's the inside. Now this is a 3. The outside of the 3 goes to the inside. The outside of the 3 goes to the inside. Outside of the 3 goes to the inside. You see, and it's going to make this really pretty braid. Alright, so outside 3 goes to the inside, outside of the 3 goes to the inside, outside goes in, outside goes in, outside goes in. So you think that 5 braids is going to be quite difficult to do, but in reality, no. It's not really, and it just gives us real pretty braid. So I'm going to put these on my sheet pan. I'm going to let them rise for about an hour. Just going to kind of tuck that up a little bit. And then we'll have our challahs ready to bake. So this should take about an hour for this rising. So now that our challah has risen, we're going to beat an egg. Till it's well beaten, and then I'm going to use a brush and I'm going to apply it to the challah. This is what gives it the nice, rich, dark colors. You want to get it in all the cracks, but be careful not to deflate it after, because it just spent all this time rising. You want it to stay lovely. Another thing, don't overproof this the second time. When you see it look like it's about double what it was, go ahead and get it ready and go into the oven. It took mine about 55-60 minutes. So quickly get this done. Alright, now I'm going to bake this for about 30 minutes at 350. So here's our challah after they come out of the oven. They are beautiful. This dark, lovely. You can see how the braids look. Just a beautiful piece of beautiful bread. I'm going to let this cool on a wire rack for about an hour. And I'll be right back. Our challah is really beautiful, and you will enjoy making this recipe. It is very delicious. If you like what we do here on our channel, please consider liking and subscribing, and perhaps share with a friend. Thank you so much. Until next time.